Hey everyone, it's Maryam. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel and this is your first time watching my reviews, I hope that you find this review helpful. Leave a comment below and let me know if you have used this product, the Blendiful, and if you have, what product have you used it with? How did it make your routine different? I wanted to put this to test because I am in my 40s and I have mature skin, I have texture on my cheeks, so I wanted to try this out and see how it would be different against my beauty blender, which I use all the time to put on my foundation, my concealer. And so I put it to test. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you find this video helpful and you subscribe to my channel. It would be so wonderful, and I would really appreciate it if you would do that and press the bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notified when I upload a new video. I love Tati and I've watched her for so many years. I've followed her and I was following her for the longest time since I started my YouTube channel, and even before I started my YouTube channel. I'm so excited for her that she brought out her own beauty line. I snoozed on the eyeshadow and I wasn't able to buy it because it sold out so fast. But I did pick this up because picked up the Blendiful because I wanted to try it against the beauty blender, and I wanted to see maybe this is gonna really make a difference in the way I do my makeup routine, and it's just gonna be a game changer for me. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to pick it up, and I really wanted to try this and work it out and see if it does replace my beauty blender, and that's why I wanted to do this review. So here we go. I'm going to not have makeup on in a second, and I'm gonna put this Tati Blendiful to the test against the good old beauty blender. Okay, and then of course I'm not gonna use I'm only gonna use my beauty blender to apply the foundation and my concealer and the powder, and then the rest of the stuff I'm gonna use the brushes that I normally use. So here we go, and here's my skin. I have pitted scars from old acne I had in my 20s, and the acnes have cleared, thank God. But the scars never went away because they're pitted scars and they don't go away. And I do have some fine lines here, which are getting deeper by the minute. So here we are, the Blendiful. I'm not crazy about the name, but I'm not judging this by the name. Cleaning instructions. So you put this in the washing machine and dryer. I'm really loving that they actually individually packed these. That means it's sealed, baby. It is sealed. No one can touch this until I open it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Oh, so the retail price for this was $18, which I wish it was less because I'm like, I don't need 2 sponges. I wish it was just giving this for like 10 bucks than giving these 2, because I was really after this. It says on the package, it's cruelty-free, vegan, and made in China. So machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag. Okay, so you have to put it in a laundry bag. Gently hand wash in warm soapy water, rinse thoroughly, and blot dry. So I'm most likely going to hand wash these because, well, I hate laundry. That's why. But I'm going to hand wash these actually mainly because I don't like to reuse already used sponges and things like that, because I'm paranoid about acne and having pimples and stuff like that, because I know how easily I scar. So I will be washing this by hand. It feels really soft. It feels like a pillow. It feels so cushy, like a nice little pillow. And it has these, which is great for holding it with, you know, your hand. Now, I have watched a few videos. People have been doing this to it to like get into the crevices and like corners of the eyes and stuff like that. They use it for this could be used for foundation, powder, contour, everything. So it has like 3 corners. You can use it, and then I saw somebody flip it over and use the other side too, which is cool. I may be doing that later. This one is more. This one is softer. This one is more dense, it seems, and it's very small. So you put 2 fingers or 3 fingers like this. It doesn't really say which one is for what. It doesn't really say what this is for. If it's only for powder or there are no instructions inside. Yeah, I'm going to use Beauty Blender on this side and this puff but on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna use this because I use this mostly when I go out and stuff. Let's get the mirror adjusted. And I use this in the areas that I have enlarged pores, like that. I press it in, put a little bit on my forehead. This side I'm gonna use this, and this side I'm gonna use the Beauty Blender. It's already damp. This one's dry, so you use this dry. And then what I'm gonna do is dot my foundation like I always do to save product. This foundation is a little bit watery. It's not as thick. It's just kind of an in-between, more watery than thick. So, okay, let's do that. And you know what? Actually, I want to come up close because I want you to really see this. Okay, really see it. Half my face. And now let's try this one. Okay. It seems like the Beauty Blender side has more foundation. I have more foundation on my face than I do. Let me blend it a little bit more. I have more foundation on my face than I do with this one. Let me put a little bit more product. This, the Tati Blendiful, it soaks up more product. Okay, a little bit more here to cover. I had to change my camera setting. It got really dark, so I had to move it back a little bit. But I'll move my face forward. How's that? So our lighting doesn't change. I truly, truly do not see any difference whatsoever. If anything, I just had to add more product because it soaked more of my foundation. But as far as looking smoother, it looks exactly the same to me. But let's keep going. I can even actually put another pump here because I used extra pump on that Tati side. So I'll put one more to even it out, to make sure like it's the same. Again, Beauty Blender, Tati's blender. I'm gonna use this concealer that I've been using forever now. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. And okay, so I'm gonna use the same side I used for the foundation for Tati. I kind of really like the way it blended my under eye concealer with this. All right, let's try it with the Beauty Blender. The only thing I don't like about Beauty Blender, like you have to really try to get in the corners. I mean, for me, it's kind of hard to really get into the corners of my eyes. But with Blendiful, I didn't have that problem. It just went right in the corner of my eye and really blended it nicely. Blendiful looks sheer. The Beauty Blender side looks a little bit more dense, like there's more product under my eyes where the Beauty Blender blended, as opposed to the Tati's blender where it looks a little bit more sheer. I feel like it's only because this soaks up more product because it's dry than this. I think that would be the reason why it would be, but I mean, it looks better. My concealer looks better on this eye. It looks a little bit thicker with a Beauty Blender on this side. I'm going to powder it really fast because I don't want it to start creasing on me. I'm going to use the Givenchy powder. This is a really sheer powder. Okay, I'm going to take the other side, which is dry, and just saturate this. And The powdering looks really nice. It made my under eyes much smoother. The powder went out really nicely. Some people powder their face with a beauty blender, so let's try it with a beauty blender. Definitely gives you a lot more powder. Oh, I forgot my nose. Let's do half of my nose with this. And I normally don't powder my face this much. I'm just doing this for the sake of this review. I usually hardly even powder. My forehead with this. It definitely looks a little blotchier when you apply the powder with a beauty blender. I feel so powdered up right now. I don't even do this much powdering. I just wanted to show you guys, but I don't see any difference in texture. If anything, I have to keep using more product on my face. I'm gonna put a little bit more foundation on this side because I feel like, why is the foundation not there? Like, what happened? I'm gonna put some on this side too. Might as well even it out. Blend this side. I feel like a hot mess. So I normally use the Fenty bronzer to bronze my face. 90% of the time I don't use cream contour because I feel like during the day it's too harsh. At night it's okay, you know, if I go out I use it, or for videos like Instagram videos and stuff I do use it. But on a day-to-day basis I use a powder one, and this is what I use normally. So I'm gonna do the same thing, what I would do normally. So I'm gonna get the other side, the clean side of this Tati's sponge, and bronze my face. So far so good. Ooh, mama. On this side, I'm going to use what I normally use to do my bronzing on the other side. I'm not going to use the Beauty Blender because that's not what I use for powder bronzing and contouring. I really like this brush. This is from Sigma, and it's a collaboration with Roxette Arisa. I really like it for contouring. It's very precise. You have this tip to get really precise, or you can blend with the sides of it. It's really nice. This side is so much darker. I feel like I need to make this even with that side because now I feel uneven. But it could be only because I'm new to this product, so I don't know how to put on the bronzer, but it feels like it looks like I need to blend more. I'm getting the other side, not the side that I use the contour for. I'm using the powder side to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Yes! It's still too much, especially on my forehead. But now I'm gonna try to even it out with this again. I'm just gonna use whatever I have on the sponge. I'm not gonna dip it in because it might still have some contour product on there. Maybe I'll add a little more. I'm kind of scared now to use too much product because I don't want my nose to look so different. I have to go pick up Ariana, and I don't want to look like I have too much bronzer on. Okay, what's happening? looks like it lifts the product. You see this side? You saw me, I put second coat of foundation and I powdered it again. And now the foundation and the powder gone again. You see my freckles back out again, like it took away the foundation. So here it is again with my bronzer and everything on. I'm gonna do my eyes and the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna give you my conclusion. I did forget to do my blush, but I did do my blush and I wanted to show you how the blush applied. I actually didn't use Beauty Blender on both sides. I just used the Tati one, and I tried to make it so it doesn't give out too much product. I tapped really gently to make sure that my blush is not too extreme, because I was afraid that it would be like the bronzer. The bronzer was a little bit too much. Where I used the Tati's blender, my concealer seemed to blend better, and that concealer is a little bit thicker than the foundation. So that's why I'm drawing that conclusion that maybe if you have a foundation that's a little bit more full coverage and thicker, it does a better job at blending it and not absorbing too much product. You know, I feel like it would work better with something that's more thick. But anything that's watery consistency, it's just gonna soak up the product. But the Beauty Blender doesn't, because my Beauty Blender was damp. Just to remind you, my Beauty Blender was damp. I never use a dry Beauty Blender because it works better. That's how Beauty Blender is supposed to be wet, or not wet, but damp when you blend your foundation. As far as the both sides, they both look the same. I like both sides. Actually, they work the same. The only drawback with the Tati's was that it lifted some of the foundation on my nose, where you saw I applied another layer of foundation, but it seemed like it took it off again as I was blending the contour on my nose, or the bronzer on my nose. The powder, I feel like the powder goes on better than Beauty Blender. Beauty Blender, you get bigger chunks of powder on your face that you have to blend a little bit, but this, it seemed like it just made everything smooth the first round. For the contour, it was a little bit too much, but maybe it's because I took a little bit more product than I usually do, because this is my first time using it, so I didn't know how much to put on. It picks up a lot of powder, so that's why I didn't know how much to put on the first time. But for the blush, I did try to tap it more gently, not go so aggressive on my skin, just to make sure that it doesn't become, my cheeks don't become too much like rosy and blushy look. I hope that she comes up with another package where only this goes out to people, so they don't have to mark up for $18. I feel like this would be good for like $10. That would be the thing that I would like to see. And is this gonna replace my Beauty Blender? I'm not sure. I feel like they both did the same thing. I mean, for me, my pores and my the texture on my skin looked the same on both sides. I mean, I didn't see a whole lot of difference, especially in my pores. You can even see like this side is almost the same as that side. Well, for concealer, I did see a bigger difference, because I felt like the concealer was a little bit smoother under this eye where I applied it with the Tati's blender. It's not a bad product, but is it something that I would go out and buy some more? Because is it gonna replace my Beauty Blender? I'm not sure if it will. I mean, maybe for powder, I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna continue using my Beauty Blender because I feel like I get a better coverage with light to medium foundation. Did this win me over? This one? Not really. Is it gonna replace my puff? Maybe sometimes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. And please leave a comment below. Let me know if you have used the Blendiful by Tati. And if you have, what did you like about it? I would love to hear what your thoughts are about this product. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great week. Bye.